So here at sunny Ballarat with Northern Blues senior coach Josh Fraser. Josh, always good to return to the winners list.
Yeah, it was. It was first and foremost the win's the most pleasing part of it. But I think it's been 8 years since we've come down here and won as a footy club. So nice to square that away. And I thought there were some encouraging signs with some players' form. So good shift in the right direction, but certainly plenty to work on.
4 Carlton youngsters returned today: Dan Gorringe, Glass McCasker, Harry Mackay and David Cunningham. Just a quick word on all them and how they pulled up.
They all performed quite well, given they've missed some footy. So really encouraged by Gorringe, McCasker, and Cunningham. I thought they all showed plenty. And then when we were able to get Harry on and get him forward, I thought there were some really encouraging signs. And he probably got robbed of a couple of opportunities as well. So they'll just keep building from here. We're really excited about our young players, and I think the way they've approached their rehab and preparing themselves to perform at this level has been terrific. So some positives there.
Along with Harry, 2 more debutants straight from the Northern Knights as well, Kai de Clays and Bailey Jordan. I'm not sure if you know, but it's 24 debutants through the Northern Blues this year, so quick word on them as well.
Yeah, look, I think both players firstly earned their spot, which was probably the thing we're trying to promote, that we want to make sure we've got form in our development side, and those guys are pushing for selection. So I thought Bailey was really good. His contest at development level was a thing that stood out, and his ability to transfer that the next step at VFL level was really pleasing. So I think we found a player there. And Kai, similar boat. I think back to early in the season when Kai was a top-up player in Carlton's intra-club and performed really well, and he's had a fairly consistent year. And I thought again today he showed some signs that if we just keep working hard on specific areas of his game, he's going to be a real player for us. So we're really excited as a footy club to have those younger players pushing hard for selection, and I guess to be able to debut in a winning team is something that's special for them as well. It's interesting. We've had a fairly heavy focus on our starts, and I thought we started today as well as we have all year. And the next part of our development is being able to manage a lead and capitalise on that momentum. And we just went away from the things that we'd spoken about pre-game. So there's a little bit in that in terms of leadership. There's a little bit in that in terms of sticking to structure and system. But I think we've got a really good sample size today that the way we want to play, when we're on, it works really well. When we go away from that, we get exposed. So plenty to take away. And that's the pleasing thing about today, getting a result. Not only is there some really good stuff that we want to highlight and encourage, but there's lots of things that we can work on as well.
Mentioning leadership, 2 guys in the middle who really stood up today, Mark Wiley and Tommy Wilson. Tommy, again, getting the job done. Quick word on them.
Yeah, Willow, I think he's a captain, first-year captain's been outstanding. Not only his performances on field, but the work he's doing through the week to, I guess, continue to build our culture and our standards is, it's a great example for our young players. And he's really determined to make sure the club keeps moving forward, which for me as a coach is great, and we know that we've got a really strong leadership group that's developing down there. And Mark Wiley, I think he's got some AFL attributes, and for him to apply that at VFL level is really important. So he had a fairly commanding performance around stoppages today, and I thought his leadership again shone out pretty well.
Footscray next week. We had them in round 1, gave us a bit of a touch-up down there. What are the focuses for next week?
Look, we probably need to review this game a bit harder first before we come away with some specific focuses, but I'd like to think we're a better side than what we were round 1, but there's still some areas that we need to hone in on. So it's going to be a terrific challenge, and one that we need to make sure we back up today's performance. And it's certainly not a given. It'd be nice to get back onto Icon and perform at home, but we understand that we're against a really formidable opponent. So the way we review this game is going to be really important.